Load up, count down, and start the run. So the biggest barrier for this run is going to be the fact that I don't entirely remember how to do this category. But let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. Look at that. Look at that, it's glorious. An actual working controller. It doesn't help when I run into things. I'm just going to check real quick. We are playing on easy. Just being super pedantic about this now. There's a little bit of lag there.
Before you go, I must tell you about the soul shards.
So for anybody curious that has seen me run this game before, whether it be on YouTube or on Twitch, what am I looking for something? Hey, Task Manager. Okay, now I'm getting like a solid, consistent 80-85% on my CPU now. So maybe my CPU is having issues. This computer is a little aged now, so that could be a big deal. That could be part of it there. I can feel like I'm just watching on my end. There's a little bit of lag. So my CPU is being pushed a little bit, but we still should be in a safe area, safe zone. So hopefully everything's all good. If there's any issues, please let me know. We have already had enough issues just trying to get this stream started. So if there are issues, please scream out and I will try and deal with them. As frustrating as it will be, I will deal with them. I will try and get them sorted and continue to stream. If not, we shall give up on streaming D&D Heroes for tonight, and I will boot up something else. I'll find some shooter games that I haven't played on Steam or something, and I'll just keep that going, just so we can get the stream done. I apologize, that's really sad for me to say. But, hey, my computer decided, with all the emulators and everything set up, it decided, despite telling me earlier that, hey, everything's all fine and dandy, you can do this. It decided to pull a bait and switch, and as soon as I hit live, it started having issues. Which says that my computer, maybe it needs a clean out or something. I do need to give it a clean. And it is an aged computer. Anyway, onto the speedrun. So yeah, all quests. So naturally, as the title suggests, we're completing every single quest in this game.
I thought the hobgoblins would carry off all my things.
Currently, as of the rulings, we're doing it all in one set. Like, if I were to do any door hops or anything, which is what we do on the 360 backwards compatible version of this game, if I were to do any of that, I'd have to save beforehand to make sure I have the same character. So that way it saves the quests and whatnot that I'm doing. So I am going to just do an item dupe here real quick. I believe I've done this correctly. Excuse me. Varric, I notice you haven't glitched out yet. That's not very unusual. You okay there, bud? Should have enough to buy 4 of you and 2 of you. Could buy another will potion if I wanted to, but we won't. Don't need to. So as of currently, the ruling that I've set for myself is that if I want to do any door hopping or anything, I have to keep the same character. It's basically just for the factor of being able to prove, if I can go into the menu at the end of the game, that I have indeed completed all of the quests. Which, looking back, is something you actually can't really do without stopping the run midway through just to show off the menu. And even then, when you get to the end of the run, I mean, everything's visually shown anyway. Like, running this category, I've gone straight past it. This is already starting off poorly. I've gone straight past Major Repository. Really, really poor start from me there. That's alright though. Like I said, I don't remember what I'm doing. I've got free skeleton keys I don't need. But that's okay. And that did... Yes, please continue hitting me, because things aren't going poorly enough today. Alright. That's a rubbish start to the run, but that's okay. Like I said, the biggest barrier to me getting a good time in this run is going to purely be the fact that I have not done any speed runs in a while, so I don't really remember how to do all quests. My mind is wired for the any percent category. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pick up the Anka here in a second. And by the way, I should mention, I need to go back and check the older speedruns to make sure I've done this properly, but I do need to mention this, that the splits are based on the text boxes. So you saw that I got a text box saying that, hooray, you got the soul shard, congratulations, the quest is complete. So that is what that is based off of. I think that's how I've done it. I'm not 100% certain. There's a couple of quests where I know I've done it differently. I pressed up for some reason on the keyboard. So I'm losing time. Lovely. That one hobgoblin ran straight through the line that I wanted to run through. Just a reminder that enemies can be right bastards in this game. The hobgoblins aren't too bad. The ones with the shields are annoying, but that's just because they know how to block. The spiders can be annoying because they like to get in the way, but usually not an issue. The ones here that are real bastards are the skeletons. And here they're fine, but later on in the game, when the difficulty jumps, they become right bastards too. So they will hit you and hit you and hit you and hit you and hit you, and they will not relent. Okay, so
You have the arm. It is saved. I'll show you the way out.
okay, yeah, I think I might have done this wrong. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna do a Alright, so I'm gonna have to do a checkup later on. Make sure I've done things properly. So that particular one there might be based off me hitting the cutscene trigger. Oh, for a second there I thought I had not picked up any Rod of Fires. I just had a split second thought in my brain where I went, you didn't buy any Rod of Fires. You know, doing an item dupe here. So this game is easily breakable, particularly if you want to make the game stupendously easy for yourself. That's not what I wanted at all. So as you can see what I'm doing here, we are duplicating every single item, except for the skeleton keys. I don't need them at all. And I believe I got one more that I need to do. There we go. So I'm one off the amount of will potions I actually need. I don't actually need that many will potions. It's just purely for remembering. For this particular run, it's for remembering the Rod of Fires. So I should have 8. I got 10, so I've miscounted. That's 20. So if I just jump right up to about 60, I don't need you. Dealing with a finicky second controller, which is not actually a controller, it is my keyboard. So this will bring us up to 30. I'm not doing this properly at all. It's alright, it's the first run. Let's check. Yeah, I need one more set. Okay, good thing I checked. So we didn't want to be continuing. So if I've done this correctly, I shouldn't have to rely on this save at all. But we'll see how we go. We are going to... I think he's already attacking. That's not good. Oh no, Bullet is being nice. Good. Okay, so... sometimes, typically what I like to do is I like to use Ever Pursuit before I enter this run, just to get into the fight a bit quicker. Sometimes Bullet likes to be a right bastard and decide that it wants to charge straight away. And usually we like it when bullet charges. It's nice when bullet charges, usually. But in this particular thing, at the start of the boss fight, we want bullet to stay docile just for a second, because we want to position ourselves properly for these crystals. So bullet charging straight away is really bad for the speedrun. Alright, 4th bullet fight because I should have done that in 3 cycles. That's okay. We'll get it on the next set. Okay, I need you to charge, buddy. I need you to charge. Yeah, that's cool and all. Thank you. Please charge. Cool. I was about to split there for a second. Once again, I'm encoded. My mind is hardwired. My mind is coded right now, literally just to do any percent runs. Oh, fuck off. Cool, it's been restricted already. So I've got, for anyone that can't chat, I've got some restrictions on my chat, just to avoid bots, because it's really annoying. Sometimes they still get through, but thankfully I can, I've set it up properly so it picks them up. Just thought for a second that one got through there. And if it did, then Twitch is lying to me, or OBS, the live chat on OBS side is lying to me. We just skipped a cutscene there. If you run through the middle of that pathway, or anywhere other than that edge that I just ran up on, you'll get a cutscene showing off these guys, the trolls, these ugly bastards. So by running along the edge of the area rather than right up the middle, we skip the cutscene and get an easy time save there. Alright, we are nearly at Castle Vale. Alright, we're gonna get a text box in a second telling us that we got to Castle Vale, and then we're gonna do a 2-for-1 deal. So here in Castle Vale, you get 2 separate quests to find this Crimson Scar gang, which is in the Dragon's tankard to my right. There we go. I'm really hoping that troll kills itself. No, it won't. There's not enough stuff there. Actually, no. Give me a twofer. There we go, twofer. That troll poisoned itself. Ha ha ha. You stinky, smelly, stupid. That's what you get. You smell. You big, ugly, fat, stupid troll. You smell. Okay, I'm just going to do this. Level up. Ah, come on now. I need to heal. And I have terrible aim. I'm going to grab that. Rod of Missiles. Nice. It's terrible. I don't need that. Oh, okay. So the troll I killed came from over there. That's not usually what happens. Hopefully I haven't buggered this run by miscounting. We're going to find out in a second. Alright. Sorry, as I was saying, we get a 2-for-1 deal here. So I've just completed, if I've done it right, I've just completed the quest to defeat the trolls. And by hitting this cutscene, we find the Crimson Scar gang, which I need to backtrack on that one.
Or have you done that already?
Sweet.
Nice work. Let me give you the Great Hall key. Clear out the Great Hall, and I bet you'll find the treasury key. My gang had it last, and they would have been back by now. After you get the treasury key, go see Rick. And hey, if you actually find those portals, we might have a little work for you.
Alright. Okay, so that split's wrong. So I'm gonna skip that split. So now we need both the Great Hall and Treasury Key. Huh, I'm a little confused by that one. I think it's completing the Great Hall quest. So I think you gotta go find the Great Hall and also find the treasury key. So I think I've just worded that split poorly. Chihuahua. Oh boy. Oh boy, lovely. Poor pathing from me. Ran straight into the spiders instead of around them. Okay. Okay. Squeeze through there. This is a really bad Great Hall. Okay, literally I'm just doing a bunch of fetch quests now. In particular here I'm grabbing the treasury key. Alright, I'm gonna have to double check my splits. Thankfully it doesn't matter at the end because the splits will be the last split, Caden 3, is just killing Caden. So that split doesn't matter so much. So that's all good. Alright.
I offered to disclose the way to a group of rogues recently, in return for
Alrighty.
completing a relatively simple task, but they weren't up to it. The Crimson Scar
Oh,
Gang or some such
audio
thing.
glitch,
Lost
lovely.
their whole troop, I hear. But I see you are more
So now we're gonna go
skilled
get a
than
bunch
me.
of jeweled
I'd say
scepters.
you
There's
have a
4 of
far
them.
better chance of
So we're gonna
reaching
get
your
those.
goals than most. You need
When we
to
go grab the
understand
first jeweled
dangers
scepter,
of doing so.
we're gonna grab an item called the Tome of the Pupil, and we're gonna duplicate that afterwards, and then use it to unlock Avid Pursuit 2, which is the move that you've been seeing me use to move around fast. I'll be able to move even faster with Avid Pursuit 2, and I'm also going to unlock a move called Frenzy, which increases my attack speed and attack damage, I think. Then after that, we got to get the second Jeweled Scepter and grab some items like in the recent runs I've been doing on that I've uploaded to YouTube. I'm going to go grab the Thrown Axe of Ruin as well. And basically the upcoming parts of this run are going to be very similar. Excuse me, I just whacked the microphone stand. So scroll down here, you can see they're going to be very similar. Very similar to the any percent run on this. So we've actually got a decent amount of money, so I just need to buy the 4 warp stones here and be on my way. Sweet, so we're just going to run into this area, use the treasury key. So for anyone wondering, once we grab the treasury key and we save and load and exit the Great Hall, we can, if we want to, come straight to this area. The problem is, we don't have an item called the Amulet. Amulet of Jewels. We don't have that. So we can't get through that doorway, which is, on a casual playthrough, the only way you can get into the get past that particular door. If you're playing this on the 360, you can just door hop over that door. Doesn't matter. Doors are a myth. Doors don't really exist. They're not real. They're like birds. They're not real. So, alright, there's our first Jeweled Scepter. I've misclicked on that thing. So again, my splits are all going to be messed up here, and I've not got my items set up properly. That's alright. Excuse me, I am a bit sniffly. So I might be splitting here instead of where I split just now.
You found the scepter. Excellent.
Also, for anyone wondering, we picked up the warp stone, so that way, when we go to each of these Jeweled Scepter areas, we can just use a warp stone, come straight back to the castle shop, get the next quest, get the next Jeweled Scepter fetch quest item as well, because each of them will require an item from Rick here, and we go from there. So there we officially get the quest to find the second Jeweled Scepter. Before we do that, that is not what I did. I pressed X and yeah, cool, lovely. We are losing time already. So I need to duplicate 22 of these. So there's 2. There's 3. I'm gonna go continue this until I get to 5. Then we save and load. And we continue duplicating until I get to 22. Then I use all 22 tomes to unlock Avid Pursuit 2 and the first level of Frenzy. Excuse me, I am a bit sniffly. I'm just coming off of having a bit of a cold. So I do apologise if you hear me sniffing. My one nostril is a little blocked up. Okay. If I've done this right, that's not what I wanted to do. No, that's not what I wanted to do. For anyone that hasn't played on the Xemu emulator, the keyboard controls are incredibly literal. Alright, we did it correctly, thank goodness. Cool. Avid Pursuit 2 and Frenzy. Done. Let's go on or continue on with our questing. So as I was saying, if you're playing on the Xemu emulator, which is available to download, I won't tell you anything else. You can figure out all the configurations and everything yourself. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of enemies. We don't usually see a lot of enemies here. Anyway, sorry. The keyboard layout is not... Oh my goodness, that's really... I apologize. I've just nuked your ears. The keyboard layout is incredibly literal. Incredibly literal. So, if I want to press A or X, like on a PlayStation controller, you know, A and X. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Excuse me, I've got a very burpy at the moment, I apologise. My body is not cooperating with me at all. Alrighty. Just about got the dual scepter here, there we go. I did not want to do that actually, I just needed to save and reload. Okay, I'm getting really bad lag here as well. I'll just pull up the stream on my end again and see what's up. Okay,
Excellent work. The second scepter. And now the third.
Sweet, yeah, just gonna go straight to the back to the third scepter area. I might need to do a dupe for my Rod of Fires.
Anything else you need before you go?
Alright, before we go back through the portal, I am going to...
What do you need?
Yeah, okay, we need to duplicate my Rod of Fires. I've got no Rod of Fires, not nearly enough. I should only need... Actually, no, we're gonna go all the way to 32. I'm just having PTSD flashbacks to my last run where the Church of Palor ended up being a right bastard of a mission. Losing a little bit of time duping there, but I would have had to do it anyway. Anyway, sorry, I was saying before. You guys will be aware, playing any console, what the A button on Xbox or the X button on PlayStation is. If you want to hit one of those buttons on the keyboard version of this, you'd think like, imagine playing a regular PC game. You'd press enter or space or, you know, there'd be a, you have a set button or you left click, right? That doesn't work. If I want to press A or X, like I'm pressing A or X on a controller, I have to literally press the A key. Alright, frenzy time! We missed him. Good kill. You're over here, aren't you? That's not you. That's a dark elf. Come here, you can move. Look. Come here, you Fulu motherfucker. The only problem with this area. Okay, that wasn't too bad. The only problem with this area is that killing these enemies is really finicky. We've already used up 17 of our 32 rods of fire. How many did that take? Down to 8, so... Please. Please. I'm begging you, please. Just calm down. Okay, that was really bad, but beggars can't be choosers. That's the last fight that I needed the Rod of Fires for. So, the Xbox 360 version of this run is still just as grueling in terms of dealing with the Church of Palor. However, we don't have to put up with having to fight the Cthulhu motherfucker enemies. I can't remember their names. I'm sorry. Mind Flayers. That's what they're called, Ryan. Mind Flayers. So yeah, we don't have to deal with the Mind Flayers. But we do have to do a door hop where that hidden door was. And it is not an easy door hop. It is a painful door hop. Might be worthwhile me checking that out once I finally get my new hard drive. And my new official hard drive, assuming it is an official hard drive. Because that's what I need to play D&D Heroes on the Xbox 360. Mostly could be fun to see how the leveling differs. Because whilst a lot of the movement's similar between any percent and all quests on the Xbox original, at least I know of at the moment, leveling's going to be different because of course we're doing all the quests, so we're getting more XP. Oh my goodness. Need a nice long cutscene so I can blow my nose. I apologize. You're going to hear me blow my nose as well. It's not going to be pleasant. Alright, so this is an area that is super fun. Not on the both versions. So try something here if I need to. No, good. So Warcry is a move where, as it says, we do a big Warcry and scream out in a fit of rage. Much like I do when things don't run properly for me on stream. And it paralyzes away enemies. Unlike when I shout out in a fit of rage. Usually I just get laughed at. So, anyway. In the dungeons area, we're just going to grab the Mark of the Guards. And then because I have no stealth moves or any stealth items that allow me to go invisible, we're just going to save and load. Nice and easy. It's going to spawn us back at the side of the area, which is nearby where we're going anyway. So it's not a huge deal in terms of time loss or anything. And we're going to make our way around to our right. We're going to go a long way. So, Mark at the Guards unlocks this door. And then we're going to run around and do a big U-turn and come back around to the start of the area, and we're going to grab the last jeweled scepter that we need. Oh. And we will get a text box as well saying that the quest is complete, so I do not need to go speak to Rick. And also we will get a quest, of course. So there's our next quest. Oh my goodness, that is the best that I've had that in a while. So this room is terrible, as you can see. There are a lot of enemies. And as I have happening right now, it's very easy for these enemies to block my way. And then we get hit by a big beam attack, which slows me down. Not beam attack, a big wave attack, a big wave breath. That one that just played. 4 jeweled scepters open the door. There we go. And I think we should get the top text box in a second. There it is. And we're just going to leave the next area. Time for another item, dude. We need to fight the Beholder. There's a Beholder here. We're going to fight it. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to get the wind gem off it. And then I'm going to go through to the next area. I'm also, while I'm here, going to duplicate a bunch of items. So I believe we're up to 6, 8. Excuse me, I can feel burp coming up. 10. Oh, Jesus Christ. Excuse me, I just hit the fucking mic stand. Alright. How much do I need? I forget. I'm gonna go for 70, because that's what I think I need. I don't actually entirely remember this. I haven't got this down yet. This is a very new strat for me. I'm far more used to the Rod of Fires. So I think I just need one more. Alright. No, one more. I'm also going to save, and that way I keep the amount of axes that I have. Or that way that gives me, sorry, I should say, it gives me a reason for what I'll just quickly do is use you, because I don't need you. There's no reason for me to pick up the magic missiles. They're not as good. They're not as good as the Axis of Orion. Oh, I did not press start. My controller's playing out. Yeah. I'm getting hit by everything in this run. There we go. Alright, that took a bit longer than it should have, but that's fine. So now we're going to go into the first planar gem area. This is sort of... These planar gem areas are like the sort of next big area after... You've got the start of the game, then you've got Castle Bell itself, where you run around and do stuff, and go get the 4 jeweled scepters. Then you beat the Beholder and get the first planar gem, and you go through 4 planar areas, and then you go... The last... Oh, wrong button. You go to the last big area... And in that last area, that's the end game. And in that area, you kind of just run through each area. You do a bunch of puzzles, I guess I call them. And then you go fight Caden. You go kick his ass 3 times. And there we go. We had a very, very well extended avid pursuit there. That has not happened to me before.
I am so grateful I found you. The Armada has stolen the crown of the serpent from the old burial ground.
So we're gonna get a quest to go get the serpent's crown here. So we're gonna go grab it and come back here. The serpent's crown is all the way in the last area right before the next boss fight. We're gonna fight. We're gonna see an enemy. Okay, we're getting a lot of speed here. There we go. We're finally slowing down. Okay, so Avid Pursuit's continuing. Far past the point I was expecting it. Okay. If I'm doing this correctly, I don't need to go anywhere else. Grab the serpent's crown, rescue the priestess, and go defeat... Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. Okay. Just need to make sure that I am still clicked on the emulator so that my keyboard actually works on the emulator itself. I have the wrong item up. Not very good. Very amateur move. We're losing time because of that. Also, I'm just realizing now the Serpent's Crown fight. So we have to kill a certain enemy to get the Serpent's Crown. That fight's not going to be fun. I'm gonna really hate that fight. I'm just realizing now because I got the thrown axe of ruin and not the rods of fire or the rod of fires. So right now I'm just pressing a bunch of levers. Oh my goodness, that's a good transition. Already down to 2 anti-venom potions. That is not right. We picked up 7. How am I already down to 2? My controller must be really sensitive or something. I must have accidentally used several of them. Okay, so I'm supposed to be... Excuse you. I'm supposed to be leaving this area with 2 anti-venom potions, not 0. So something's gone incredibly wrong there. I'm gonna have to intentionally take some damage or something when I first enter back into that spray. That little hallway and get sprayed. It's not doing any damage. There we go. And now the game's just taking the piss. So the only problem with doing what I'm doing right here, which is animation cancelling, is that in the menu that I'm bringing up, I can easily, purely by accident, change which move I've got set up. I'm just going to set that to frenzy, just so I can make sure that if I do change it, I'm not changing a move that I need for movement. If that makes sense. Nice. Nice. Alrighty. Fortunately, I have no anti-venom potions to save me from this, or in the next area, so... Fortunately, I duplicated a bunch of raised dead amulets, just in case. That's going to be the running theme, is I'm going to go through a lot of raised dead amulets. Depending on how well some things go. If I could just sneak through, that'd be nice. Oh, he finally got out of the way. Throwing Halcyon hammer. I can't speak. The epilepsy's taking over. I actually need to go check if I've had my medication. I'm pretty confident I've had, but I need to go check. Clearly, if I can't speak properly. I actually forget what the Halcyon hammer does. I think it stuns enemies. But I don't need that necessarily. Throwing axe of ruin is what I'll be looking for. Alright, let's bring you up. We're gonna switch. No, switch over, please. There we go, Warcry. Okay. There we out. That actually went out quite well. Okay, cool. So as you see, Warcry stuns the enemies that it hits. Ah, we didn't time it properly there. Trying to prevent the poison and also set myself a path to be able to run back through. So looks like we got off easy getting through there. And of course we're taking next to no damage because we're on easy difficulty. And this snake is being a bastard. There we go, we're through. Probably gonna take another death, that's fine. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I spoke at the start of the run about how some enemies are bastards because of the way they attack. The snakes, the Armada are one of them because their hitboxes are really weird. A lot of the enemies have strange hitboxes. So their hitboxes extend, I'm going the wrong way, their hitboxes, excuse me, extend past the actual bodies. And particularly with the Armada, their snake tails. Ah, bugger it. Bugger it all. Okay. Yeah, wow, we actually got protected by one of the Armada, nice. So go ahead and heal. Cool. Now we get a cutscene, so that won't hit us. We're through to the Inner Sanctum, which is where we will fight for the Serpent's Crown. And I'm going to need a lot of luck for that one. We've got 28 thrown axes of ruin. Should be able to combo Frenzy If I do this properly, I should be able to hit a war cry. Or I should be able to set up Frenzy beforehand, hit a war cry, and then go back to Frenzy, and then just start attacking with the Thrown Axes of Ruin. Hopefully, that's how it works out. Really bad spawn point there. So I'm going to run past all of these areas, all of these enemies, all these little rooms and hallways, past all these bridges. I'm just going to run all the way to the end of this area, which is where our next battle awaits us, just up over here. We're getting hit by friggin' everything. Alright, so right here. This guy, not this guy. There we go, this guy with the glowing green sword, who's going to do a lot of damage, poison damage to us. He's going to... Got him! Actually, no, I didn't. There's an animation. It's not him dying. Oh, there we go. Simmons crown found. Return it. And now we're just gonna leave. We came, we saw, we killed, we leave. Let me through, we made it! I'm gonna die anyway, but that's okay. Damn, we've got several raised in amulets. I can handle a death or two. For a second there, I thought I died. I should probably say KO instead of died. Cool. I didn't even want that soul shard. It's completely meaningless to me in this run. Alright, so doesn't matter which way we go as long as we head to the exit point. And that one particular serpent's being a bastard, so are you. Oh, what a dodge. That was not a good dodge though. Alright, so we're going to go all the way back to the starting area. And we're going to go to that spot where the cutscene showed us. That's the wrong way. And I ran past the... Oh my goodness. I'm terrible at running this game. It's been a while since I've had to run back through this area. So I should have duplicated my anti-venom potions. The Serpent's Ring I have equipped should at least help with the damage a little bit. As you can see there, I'm taking very little damage, so it's not a huge deal. This is the long way, but we're just going to go and avoid enemies. I just realized I haven't grabbed a certain item. We need to grab an item called the Wide Balanote whilst we're here. I've not accepted the quest for it yet, but we can grab the item anyway. So I'm going to do that as well while I'm here. The time save or time loss shouldn't be a huge deal because we would have experienced that time loss anyway. I think I go down this path here. Yep, this is exactly where we're going. So we're going to get this done. Here we go.
The crown of the serpent returns. You have proven yourself this day, and for that you shall be rewarded.
Alright, there we go this way. I'm gonna go to a hidden area. Big spider right here. There we go. An area found. Got the Wild Balanote. Oh, this is not a good position. Bro, how am I being stopped here? Okay, the spider just got bored of me, so that's good. Don't even want the money. Don't need it. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going... No, wait. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Lol, Lamar. This is turning out to be a bit piss poor. Oh boy. Alright, it's fine. I am going to check. Yeah, we're good. 8 raised dead amulets, we're fine. I'm going to be doing an item dupe. I'm going to go and actually rescue the priestess. So that's the quest we got right at the start of this area, is rescuing the priestess. I'm going to go meet her. That spot where we fought the that one Armada leader, she's literally right next to that guy. So yeah, the whole basis of that is that they stole the Serpent's Crown, which neutralized her powers, meaning she could not fight back. That's my canon event of that anyway. Plus you see all these Armada, basically male snake thingy humans. Like, there are so many more of them than there are compared to the female ones. There's 2 females for the entire tribe. Things get friggin' weird in this area. Alright. Back into the inner sanctum. Just run back through here. So this is a little longer. It'll be interesting to go check out the split time difference between this and the 360 run. Because in the 360 run, instead of doing everything as I've just done, to get to the inner sanctum, we still do the treetops the same. This is the priestess.
I will heal you before you go.
There you go.
And transfer what remains of my power. Guard yourself, and may Obodhai be with you.
Priestess saved. So I'm just going to get a text box. Done. And now I've got a quest to defeat the Efak that is just on the other side of this little ridge. And the enemy somehow followed me here. So don't think I need all of these axes, but we're just going to go ahead and send them over anyway. And I don't need all these raised dead amulets, but once again, I'm just going to play with a bit of caution here. So now we're going to fight the boss of this area, the Efak. Cool. So the main mechanic of dealing with this boss is that the Efak likes to get into states where it cannot be hit. As you can see here, with it flying around, I've screwed this up, but that's okay. With it flying around, we can't hit it. But what we try and do alright, not a bad start. Could have been a bit better. What we're trying to do is trying to set it up so that when the Efak lands, it's going to kill me. So I just need to survive this one last drop. When the Efak comes in, it's going to drop down and kill me. It did not kill me. That's unusual. So the reason we do that is because the Efak, when it opens itself back up, typically... There we go, that's good. This is like a sub 50 fight. That's good. So the Efak, typically, if I do things like this, it will get confused by me being in the state of death, or in the state of being KO'd. Did it just take... I swear I saw damage numbers come up. And when it gets confused, it just stands there. So right now, imagine if I got killed. If I got KO'd. Imagine if I got KO'd by that. The Efak would have gotten confused and just sat there. And you basically sort of half cheeses the boss fight. Or optimizes the boss fight to make it really easy, because throwing extra ruin with duplicating it, and the combination there and frenzy, increasing our attack damage. That makes the boss fight really easy. Especially on the 360 version, the FAC gets really confused. We've still got a decent movement speed there, so Avid Pursuit's doing some real work for me in this run. This is how it is supposed to work. Even like if you go through some cutscenes and whatnot, it lasts through them. So you get a little bit of a, you still get a bit of a movement buff. It remembers. But I just haven't had that recently. It's really strange. It has been really strange. Let's find some tissues in so I can blow my nose. Alright, so we gotta find 5 diamonds to get through the metalwork area. So that is a quest, but this coincides with the quest of finding Laundra. By the way, I got some really optimized movement here. You're going to see me line myself up. I attempt to line myself up on these cracks. Find out if this worked. It did not work. I only took 1 hit of damage. That's actually really good. Typically, if you to get hit once there, you're getting hit multiple times. But somehow, despite that, we only got hit once. So that's really good. And we went straight for an enemy, of course. Diamond 2 found. So yeah, we're just going to find 5 diamonds. The last diamond is being held by a mini-boss, which also has a cage key. The cage that key is for our companion Laundra. And she is what we call a cutie. She's what we call a cutie patootie, because she is just the cutest, nicest little girl. I say that she's like probably 17 years old. I actually don't know. The game doesn't never says. But she's got that. She's a petite build, so I'm assuming based on what the game information the game gives us is that she's young. She's like a teenager, which isn't out of line with the ages of the characters in this game. Aridin here, I think he's like a middle-aged man. He's about my age, I think. He's still in good shape. He's still somewhat in his prime, but he's not a young dude. I actually need to check that. The only one I can remember is the rogue. By the way, I'm mentioning character names. These characters have no actual set names. They're just called the fighter, etc., etc., etc. in the book for this game. I call them by name. If you hear me call them by name, it's because that's the name that comes up when you select the characters. So, for example, the rogue's name's Arkia. The first name that comes up is Arkia. She is specifically mentioned as being 17 years old, I think. That's the only actual stated age, I believe. All the other characters, you should just guess by looking at them. Alright, throwing axe runs 34. So I should only need like 7 axes to kill this next mini-boss. He's very easy to sort of cheese. You just get in range and then just spam axes and win. Lamayo GG, get wrecked. I'm gonna go. Okay, not quite the amount of axes I was supposed to throw. There we go. So that's what, 10, 12 axes? I'm a little off. You know what, 7 and 10 are both the same number, of course. They are. They're the same number. Alright, we found Laundra.
Hey, help me! Do you have the key?
And she has the 5th diamond on her. So I got that wrong. The diamond's not with the mini-boss, it's with Laundra. This is what she stole.
Next thing you know, I'm in the middle of a dozen metal creatures with clanking parts and wheels. That's the last thing I remember before I woke up locked in its cage. I couldn't even use the amulet to get out. I'm going back to Vale, but I'll leave something here for you.
Yeah. Okay, I split a little early, but It's basically when the text box came up for Laundra being rescued. So we got the 5 diamonds that we need for the area. Just snuck past there, that's nice. God, this feels so much better. I think part of the reason why it feels like I'm moving faster is just that I've got a better controller set up. Oh my god, easy. Easy peasy. So I've got an item dupe here that I apparently do. Item dupe, defeat ice golems. I don't know what the item dupe is for. Probably for the Rod of Fires, but I don't need them. The strat has now changed. Like, it's so fast to duplicate the Rod of Fires that it's not really necessary. So I'm just going to skip that split. That might not be enough axes. We'll find out. Alright, so this is the first of 3 boss fights that we cheese the absolute shit out of. I'm even getting better throws here as well. So the way this boss fight and the next 2 after it work is that you'll load into the boss fight area. But if you just sit on the edge of the boss fight area, the boss will load in. In the case of the Red Dragon and the next boss fight, which is the Ice Worm, you will they'll spawn in a health bar as well, which again just indicates that they are there.
Where are the
So
scepters? So you know the way to the portals then? This is wonderful.
Alright, so
But wait, what is that?
gotta go
I see?
defeat a bunch of
The
ice
one
golems
gem?
next area. This is probably gonna be hell as well. So I'm gonna buy and duplicate a shitload of Rod of Shadows. So what I'm about to do right now is a new strat where the only reason I come back to this area is not because I like talking to Rick, but it's because the little dude that we met before we entered Castle Bale, he has his own shop set up in the marketplace. Now that we've cleared all the trolls and drow. So now we're going to go back out to him, and at this point of the game, he's going to start selling an item called the Rod of Shadows.
It's not safe for me here anymore.
That item specifically makes you invisible to enemies. So a very handy item for the next area.
You will be remembered among the greatest heroes. I have a few things to sell before I leave, but if you
So
require another-
Rick here is basically stating that it's no longer safe for him. Translation for anyone that has not played the game yet, he's bullshitting us. The truth of the matter is that because we're grabbing all the planar gems, is because he's so confident in us that we're doing it, he's going to go hide. He's actually Caden. He wants us to do all this so he can get all his power back. Alright, let's do this. I'm just going to sell some stuff first that we really don't need. I used the rod, I don't know why I'm looking for it. Alright, so Rod of Shadows, I didn't even see it. How many can we buy? 7. That'll do.
Hoping you'd come by. I got a few things I wanted to show you.
Funnily enough, by the way, the shop's changed. Rick's gone because the game's actually updated and gone, oh, actually, you're pretty far into the gym areas now, so it's going to update. So we're going to go back there, we're going to get a bunch of quests and complete them straight away. So I'm going to get in here. Actually, you know what we're going to do? What we're going to do is we're going to go back. This is going to be our item dupe. This is probably where it was. I've done this wrong. I've done this very wrong. Okay. Okay, while I'm here, I don't want to put you on actually, but while I'm here, okay, save. I'm going to duplicate the thrown axes, update it. This is actually probably the correct way to do it. We're stumbling our way into success here. And what I'm going to do, How much weight have we got? 164 out of 260. I'm gonna go a little bit overboard here. I'm gonna duplicate all these. Because I have no earthly idea just how many I will need. There we go. Into the frostbound we go.
Finally.
So this incredibly attractive woman is going to give us the quest to go. We're going to defeat the worm that's been troubling her. This is why she's here. And we're also going to... That is a really terrible throw. I haven't even got Frenzy on. I'm doing this really poorly. Okay, cool. One down. There's another one over here. No, there isn't! Lovely! Okay, my memory's failing me then. Also, every single time I use Avid Pursuit, I'm going to come back into the realm of existence. Why are you not attacking me? No, I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to be glad it happened. Cool. I did not need you guys noticing that I'm here. You can go away now, thanks. By the way, this area is home to, as you can tell, these barbarians. Bro, can you go away? I really don't appreciate the game doing this. Please focus the enemy. Thank you. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. I think I'm going the wrong way as well. No, I'm going the right way. Okay, cool. Because there's another one back here. Okay. Unless my math is wrong, I counted 11. So we're down to 61. I've still got a bunch. I'm going to have to do another item dip at some point. That's right. This is the first time that I've done this particular... There's none over here, I believe. It's just a... Yep. Alright, so I'm going to be a bit slow on this one. But I kind of have to be. I have to be very, very... That's the wrong way as well. Well, excuse me. Okay. I apologize, my movement is absolutely dreadful here, but I have to be like this just to make sure that I am indeed doing things right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get out of my way. 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, cool. My memories get really poor at the moment. This is really slow, so I'm gonna need more rods. But, it's all experimental. We're just figuring things out. I love that. 11's correct. So that's good to know. So the big deal here is going to be getting my positioning correct. So these guys I didn't frenzy, so it's 2, probably still out of 11, maybe 4. Don't, wait, where are you throwing those? I love taking unnecessary deaths. I love taking unnecessary deaths because the game just decides that it fucking hates me. I accidentally killed a guy in the back here. Dude was just chilling and he got killed in the crossfire. Okay, I do not like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. We just have to do it. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Ugh. Okay, this is not the right way at all. Okay, so this is being a really poor version of this area. Yeah, I'm going completely off thingamajig. Hey man, how old is this game? 2003, so it is 22 years old, if not 23, if I've got that right. Old game. It's from the Xbox original. This game is a complete rip-off. Not a complete rip-off, but this game is a rip-off of Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. It's another action RPG hack and slash game. Very good. Very good game. We've only got 6 remaining, so... Bro is standing literally right there. In the worst position he could be. I'm not a fan. Bro's getting a good whiff of me. He's like, I know you're there. I can't prove it, but I know you're there. Need you to just walk away. Walk away. Spray and walk away. 6. Feeling I'm gonna have to go for a bit of a wander. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can't tell I really friggin' 5 golems remaining. You can't tell I really dislike the barbarian enemies. They will double hit you, they will do everything to get in your way, they are just a genuine like threat to... They are just a genuine menace to society, and I'm getting some major frame drops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... Please get out of the way. Please throw it in the right spot. Alright, did I... 9 remaining, okay. 4 more golems to kill. See, these barbarians are a pain in the ass to deal with. Dude, they are... Please throw it in the right direction. This is really bad. Okay. 2 remaining. I know exactly where they are. That is... Oh, that's so bad. But that's just how you have to deal with this area. It is... This is hard, mate. How does anyone do this casually? This game's not that hard casually. There are a lot of ways to farm enemies and whatnot. Really... I mean, actually, no. I guess on a casual playthrough, if you don't know what you're doing, this game can get challenging at times. Because you won't be playing like I am, where you have an idea of where all the stuff's going to be. Okay. One last enemy. He's in like the worst friggin' spot. Alright, let's try this. No daylight. Not time like the prison. Still in like the worst area for that. Yes, we did it. Oh my goodness, we did it. And we're already being found out. Oh my goodness, yeah. So that area is not that fun, casually, I imagine. Actually, no, it wouldn't be too bad, just because you would be a higher level, so you'd have more stuff unlocked. But I also can see if you are not item duplicating, if you're not doing a bunch of stuff that I'm doing, then yeah. This can get very nasty very quickly. Like I said, these enemies are terrible. Am I going the right way, I believe? I'm having a bit of a brain fart, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Okay. So have I done this right? 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 Yes, I have, thank goodness. Okay, so now... Oh boy. Yeah, this game can get quite difficult, I imagine, casually, especially if you're playing by yourself. Or if I've done this correctly... Yes, okay. I'm gonna have to item dupe the warp stones as well, because I have none remaining. Alright.
Wondered when you'd be by here. Rick left. My guess is he finally got wise to the situation in Bale and decided to get out. Yeah, Zen wants to talk to you. Thanks for
And then we got a
laundry.
bunch of audio
I
coming
sent her
through.
home. This place is getting too dangerous for her anyway.
So,
Take this for your
Zaya,
trouble.
whatever his name is,
It's
she
not
just said,
much, but it's all I
he
have.
wants a quest for the Wild Balanote, or the Cask of Winters, sorry, the Cask of Winters. By the way, get the Ring of Rings, this guy's a +2 to everything. So I want to talk to this guy.
You talked to Zen yet?
Hey,
Zen, that's his name.
I don't even remember telling you I needed it.
So this guy's going to ask us for it. He already asked us for it.
I'm just glad you got
Oh no.
it. May I? Thanks.
So yeah, if you go and speak to this guy first,
No secret, sooner or later.
and he's going to give us another
Along
quest, by the way.
progress. I was there 3 years ago. I stole this from one of the tombs. I've had nightmares ever since. Horrible nightmares. Please return this for me. The tomb's in the upper graveyard, and it's got a red altar.
So I'm going to go to the upper graveyard and we're going to return an item for him. So we need another warp stone for that. I'm not getting cuts. I'm just going to split there. I'm not getting a cutscene for the Wild Balanote. So that's going to be wrong.
Lots of things, actually.
So now Zen here is going to tell us,
Something called the Cask of Winters.
Cask of Winters.
That it's through one
What's
of the
Cask of
portals in the
Winters?
dungeon.
And we've already got it,
You
so.
got as good a shot as any at finding it. And if you do, come talk to me.
Yep, so
We were
Yeah.
just talking about it.
walk away, come back in.
You gotta be kidding me. Is that it? That's the cask? May I? Wait till I show him back in Navamir. Look, I'm gonna get a good price for this, so I'll be fair with you. And thanks.
Alright, so I should get the thing for...
Hey, nice to see you're still alive.
Okay, I'm not getting anything for that, so I am just gonna split there. I'm gonna go into the shop because I believe you will have warp potions. Warp stone. Should only need like 5. I shouldn't need any more actually. I should only need the 1 or 2 that I
Hey, nice to see you're still alive.
should only need 1 or 2. How much am I going? This way. Alrighty. So this is the part of the run where I was talking about at the start where I said I was gonna be a bit finicky. I was gonna have basically be forgetting what I'm doing. Alright, so now we got what on a casual playthrough, this area is not fun at all. Because all you're doing is you're hitting these levers to open up each of the gates. You of course saw the gate earlier. And all of these enemies are bastards. So we've already seen the ice golems. There's also the frost giants, which are the bigger version of these guys, like a big giant dwarf, basically. A giant dwarf, that's funny to say. And of course we've got lots and lots and lots of barbarians. They are terrible. We hate them because they're awful. Thankfully, with not only buying, but... Oh, he's No, he wasn't. Never mind. So I got excited for a second there. I thought he was T-posing. Enemies will T-pose in this game. And it's glorious. It's a glorious sight. They will slide and T-pose at the same time. It is awesome. Alright, so we're just going to do that a couple more times. Rinse and repeat. So I'm going to run through past these guys if they'll let me. As I said, these barbarians are one of the worst enemies in the game. Because they are very tactful and very intentional with their movements. If you're not careful, they will block you and they will destroy you. I actually have a video I'm going to put out soon. I've got a YouTube Shorts, I should say. I'm going to make YouTube Short, not Shorts. I'm going to make a short showing this very specific room. If I do not have the current Rod of Shadow I'm using right now, I get absolutely annihilated. There's a well, in my opinion, funnier word I can use to explain that. It rhymes with grape, and you get ganged up on and gang raped. You get absolutely annihilated in that room. They swing and swing and swing and swing and swing, and unless you have an infinite amount of lives, you're done for. Okay. But thankfully, the Rod of Shadows makes this area trivial. Of course, as you were mentioning earlier, Suspended Goose, this area is painful, very painful on a casual playthrough. I will say is that usually you're a higher level at this point in the game. So as you can see, there is very, very little room. Okay, we've got 7 Rod of Shadows. So we only need a couple more, and then we don't need them at all. Sweet. Alrighty, we squeeze through. 2 more levers, and then we run back to that main room, go through the gate that's going to be opened, and we head to the boss area, where we fight the Frostworm. Alrighty, oh, we got away with that just in time. So if that attack hits you and knocks you back and stuns you and basically sets you up to get whacked by all these barbarians that are just hanging out. On the 360, we just run up to this gate and we door hop over it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alrighty, so one thing I just need to do before I start this boss fight is check how many... Yeah, I needed to item dupe. Very good thing that I checked, because I need probably not all of these, but I'm just going to duplicate as many as I can. There's probably way too many, but we're just going to be safe here. I got them up? No, I don't. Cool. Okay, cool. So once again, we're going to sit just within the boss fight area. So the frost worm has only just reloaded and I'm trying to throw way too quickly. Yeah, it's not liking me throwing as much. I'm guessing there's maybe an upper limit that I am breaching there, which sounds really stupid. I think that's enough. That should be more than enough. Yeah. Should get a text. There we go. Frostworm defeated. 2 out of 3 cheese fights. I did not need a healing potion. And I'm going to take off the Serpent's Ring and put on the Ring of Swiftness to increase our attack speed. So, as I said, 2 out of 3 fights where we cheese the boss fight. I'm going to go into the last planar gem area. So we're going to get the Horn Skull. We're going to go put it back. Have I got... Yes, I do have skeleton keys. Good. We enter the Bone Necropolis. We're just going to go pull a bunch of levers. Then we're going to put the Horn Skull back where it goes. We're going to go back into Castle Bale. And we're going to complete the quest. And then we're going to go back into the upper graveyard and finish that area. And then we just continue the game as per normal from there. I don't think we get any other side quests after that point. My memory may be failing me on that, but I'm fairly certain we don't get any more side quests after that. We just have the main quest to do. Please get out of the way, sir. Sir, I'm on a mission to save the world in record time. Bro, stopping me in the doorway. Elderly man stopping me in the doorway, trying to leave the rest home, so he can tell me about his ventures in World War II. Alrighty. That's the Bone Necropolis done. I'm just gonna head through to the upper graveyard. Alrighty. I just had a fort, so I need to grab 3 medallions as well as... Oh, okay, yeah, oh, okay, yep, okay. So these skeletons are a real pain in the bum because I can't use Warcry on them. It doesn't work. They're not alive beings. They're undead, so it doesn't work on them. But I do have the extra Rod of Shadows, so we're going to use that to stealth our way in and out. If you hit once or twice, it's okay. And I go up here, and I think it's this one. There we go. Horn Skull has been put back in its place. Horn Skull returned. Alright, we're gonna get our reward. So, before I do anything, I am just gonna check something, because there's something there. Okay, so we've actually done the quest.
We were just talking about you.
I knew the moment you returned the skull, just something I felt, like a spirit being put to rest. Thank you.
Okay. Ah, yeah, it's not a huge deal. So that is something I just wanted to check. So the quest is actually complete. As soon as I put the Horn Skull back, whilst we're still in... that's the wrong item. Rod of Shadows, there we go. Oh god. So I've never actually checked that, by the way. That's why I was checking it there, because I was like, I should actually check that and see if the quest is complete. So, we actually completed the quest. I did not need to go back and get that cutscene. It's just something that's wired into my brain to do. So I never actually checked that, because I'm an idiot. So, as it says on the screen, we need the medallions to open that door. We have them, so we've opened it. And we need the life and death globes to set up here, so we can open up the door to the bone temple and head in. Now I've got to do a very annoying set of kills here that I'll likely take multiple deaths from, so I actually need to check. I've got 5 raised dead amulets. I'm going to need to do some more amulets before I do this fight. As you see, I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm seriously going to need like most of those 20 raised dead amulets, if not all of them. As you can see, this basically is a boss fight. Okay, that sounds good. You can hear the sound of the bones falling onto the ground. Cool. Alright, that wasn't too bad. That's probably the best I've had of that ever since I've gone back into doing this version of the game. So this area is now hell. To open that one gate, as you saw, I had to kill those enemies. Push past. Yes, we got past. Nice. Got no health potions, so I'm just going to have to take a death here. But we've got like 20 raised dead amulets, so I should be safe. We may get KO'd, but we shall not die. We shall rise to fight again. God, I just had a thought. I'm gonna have to do this with the fucking dwarf. Fucking short fat ass that is the dwarf in this game. Oh, I'm not gonna enjoy that at all. That's alright. So yeah, this area of the game usually takes like 5 to 7 minutes maybe, depending on how all the door hopping goes. Usually I just run up to that gate with all the skeletons nearby, door hop, run to the next door, door hop, run to that last door, door hop, drop down to hit the trigger just behind the door, and go from there. And then I'm in the bone temple within like 5 minutes. But of course, since I can't door hop on this version of the game, I have to just deal with it. Thankfully, the recent discovery of the thrown axes of ruin is super helpful. So not only do they have really high damage, they do, I believe, a base damage range, of 30 to 75 damage. They also have a chance to one-shot enemies. So I don't think that they work on the skeletons, because they're undead. However, all the other enemies, except for the bosses as well, by the way, obviously they can't one-shot bosses, otherwise it would just be a cheese fest. But yeah, we can, if things go well, we can do that so much faster. It's got to be the controller. My recent runs feels like slower than normal. They don't now. Like, maybe I'm just getting used to running in this category. We got 28. Okay, I'm going to need an item dupe, I think. Methinks I'm going to need... Excuse me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Methinks I'm going to need an item dupe. That's not good. No, I don't need to save game information. I need to pray that that doesn't hit me somehow. It will. It will always hit. That is always going to hit me. I'm about to get paralyzed. Yep. So that's what happens there. Should probably have duplicated a Rod of Shadows. So I'm gonna get hit by literally everything in this area. I really don't like you at the moment. I'm gonna go behind. You know, we're just gonna go behind here and hope that the snakes don't hit me with their snake breath. They're just gonna come back here anyway and just ignore everything. Cool. Cool story, bro. Okay. That was horrible, but we got there. We got there in the end. And one of them fucking followed me through, because of course it fucking did. I can't even attack, because... That's the second time in recent memory that has happened. That is the second frickin' time. How much have I got? 128. Oh, heaps. Alright, so this boss fight is also cheese. It's a very different cheese, as the boss has loaded in, but for whatever reason the game has not spawned his health bar. But it is there. The boss has actually physically loaded in. So I can just do the same cheese that I've been doing for the last two bosses. And I've even got an audience this time, as you can see. And as of course you can hear in the background, the Lich is taking damage. Oh God. That's twice in a row, by the way, that that's happened, where the snake has just entered the boss fight. Despite not being, it shouldn't be able to. It is incredibly frustrating.
At last, you're here.
Alrighty, so we're in the end game. No more side quests, as I said.
To tell you something you must.
Just the main quest to do, and the elixir of elixirs do.
You may use them to channel the power of the plains, just as Caden does. You see, when you drew his
This is where the game goes from, like... I mean, it's been a bit difficult here and there, in terms of the speedrun. But in terms of the actual game, nothing has been difficult. I've been able to duplicate, item dupe, I've been able to cheese fights and whatnot. Soon, it's going to become comically easy. And we're getting massive lag for this cutscene. So now we're just getting told to go kill Caden. On the way there, we're going to grab an item called the Elixir of Elixirs. And I just realized something. Rod of Shadows, I need more of those. I don't need all 28, but we're just going to do 20 of them.
So we meet again.
Hey guys, it's Rick. Not really, it's Caden. There's a reason why Rick dipped earlier, is because he's actually Caden. And he's waiting for us to get all the planar gems. Somehow resummon his castle, which he probably did that himself whilst he was waiting for us. And now he's got his powers back. I've done that the wrong way around, that's okay. Alrighty, so once again, as I've been doing for a large portion of this run, I am gonna go hit a bunch of levers. So there's a couple levers and a couple areas nearby where I just passed that I need to hit. And there's also a couple off to the side areas So I am literally just running. Okay, that's terrible. Terrible footwork from me. So these areas, if I zoom out, you can see there's a few enemies around. And these guys are drow. Guys and gals, they're all drow. They are incredibly frustrating to deal with. So, Rod of Shadows, easy as. I don't have to deal with any drow. Because the ones with the staffs, the wizards, they will either shoot their own little magic missiles, or they'll spam and attack an area of effect attack, and they will stun lock me. And then the other drow, the male drow, as you see, they're taking drugs, drinking potions that allow them to move a lot faster. Just to give you a taste. But they're all getting high on life, taking potions to make themselves faster and stronger. They are not fun to deal with. The robots are also, a little bit difficult to deal with at times. That's more due to their size, but they are pretty easy to knock back. You hit them a couple times, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna knock them back in the process. So there are all 4 of the levers that we need to hit to open up the gate to the next area, basically. So I'm just gonna go back to that. How many rods I got? 9 left. Cool. I'll make good use of those in the next areas. Wow, that was really easy. Probably a little slower than usual, but like not having to get hit by anything there is massive. Now, I don't really need this here, but we're just going to use up all of our rods. We're going to just use up as many of them as we can. Because you see when I come back through here, and I do this with Archeo. Please don't block me, please don't block me. Because see, I kind of don't need the rod anymore. Or an extra rod, lol, I don't need any more of them. Alright, Elixir of Elixirs. As you saw before, we have an item called the Ring of Rings, which gives us a +2, wrong button, a +2 on every single one of our stats. The Elixir of Elixirs is exactly the same, except instead of being an equipable item, it is a potion. Or it's a consumable item, I should say. Meaning we can duplicate it and use it over and over and over again. Meaning I can turn the game into a comedy. Any and all challenge shall not exist. So I'm going to buff all of my stats by +200. I'm going to basically become this game's version of... I'm thinking God, but probably not to that extent. But basically, yeah, we're going to be that strong that we're going to be God tier. We're going to be Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods level fucking strong. Alright, I'm just going to check and see. 100, perfect. Wrong button. Righty-dighty, one more dupe. And then we're going to use all those potions. I was about to save. We don't need to save. We're going to use all these potions. So as you can see, we're getting +1s to all of our ability scores. And we're getting +200. As you can see, I'm just going up to a comical amount of HP and willpower. And I can carry literally everything in this game, I think. Like, this is a level of strength that you would never achieve in a casual playthrough. Oh shit. Hold on. So I got no message. Sorry about that. Ugh. Sorry about that, guys. I have to check my phone and see if I got any notifications, because I'm pretty sure I didn't see a notification or anything pop up. But okay, so girlfriend is home. I'm gonna lose a bit of the time to that. That's okay. Oh my goodness, this run's falling apart now. Alrighty, as I said, this run turns into a bit of a comedy because I'm just going to annihilate any and all enemies that I come across that I have to battle. Did you like text or anything? Okay. I was expecting a text, so... It's alright. Get home safe, that's the main thing. How was it? Some alcohol. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna fight this mini boss. Oh my god, I'm not hitting it. Okay. Okay, that was a poor Beeble boss fight. It's not a boss fight, I should say. It's a mini boss, but yeah. Okay, we're just gonna go here. I'm not even 100% certain if I needed to level up Frenzy earlier than the Beebleth, but that's alright. So yeah, we're pretty much all done with this game. I've got 3 fights. Do not... Oh, you piece of shit. You genuine piece of shit. Alright, here's Caden 1. So we found Caden, we're going to fight him, we're going to smack the crap out of him, and he's going to run away. Then we're going to go find him again. He's going to run away, we're going to smack the crap out of him again, he's going to run away again. And then we'll go to where the final battle originally happened for this game. And we're going to fight Caden one last time. And we're going to beat him. And we're going to kill him. I'm going to kill him dead. So, hopefully, if I do this correctly, we should still get a sub 150. I want to say, I'm not entirely certain. I actually need to look up and have a look at the Xbox 360 times. So if I recall, at least the first All Quest runs, not the first one was 2 hours long. But I want to say one of the All Quest runs was something like a 148. One of them was definitely a 148. I just don't remember if that's the current world record for that time. So we might get a sub 150. I can't guarantee it. Wow, that is massive. 3 hits. That is probably the first time that's happened. 3 hits on Caden there. That's how much of a critical we got on that. By the way, for anyone wondering, if you one-shot Caden there, and knock down his entire health bar, it doesn't count as a kill. It just goes into the cutscene anyway. So you can only do like a small portion of damage to him regardless. We're going to do something cool here. So I'm going to run out of Avid Pursuit in a second here. So I'm going to intentionally let her run out early. There we go. So I'm going to hopefully have just prevented them from coming into the boss fight. Alrighty. Go time. This is the final fight for this run. This entire fight is me just spamming regular attacks. Yeah, not much to go. We're gonna get a sub 150 here. Oddly enough, Caden, very strangely, he is spamming. He's not spamming any annoying attacks. That's time. 146. Jesus Christ, that's actually a good time. Of all of the time loss I had in this run, that's actually not too bad. Alrighty, I am really quickly gonna pull up. Oh, I don't like that. The bitrate's gone down. That's alright. I'm really quickly, just out of curiosity, whilst the cutscene plays. Alrighty, here we are. Xbox 360, all quests, fighter, 138. Done it on any other character.
Many are called upon to be heroes, but few can claim to be as great as you, having already given your life once to save.